Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. As you know that old is gold, but these top 4 rare Abraham Lincoln pennies that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, you're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1985 1-cent coin. Now you might think, it's just a penny, right? But this seemingly humble coin has a fascinating story and a value that will blow your mind. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how this coin could be worth millions. The 1985 penny, a coin that most people probably toss into their loose change jar or leave behind at the checkout counter. But what if I told you that this very same penny has a secret hidden within it, one that could make it worth a staggering fortune? To start, let's go back to 1985. Ronald Reagan was president, the world was in the midst of the Cold War, and the American economy was booming. The U.S. Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins that year, each weighing 2.5 grams and made of copper-plated zinc. Now, normally, a 1985 penny isn't worth anything more than 1 cent. But there's a twist. A rare and unexpected error took place during the minting process that turned these everyday coins into something extraordinary. Some 1985 pennies were struck with a minting error. Instead of the usual image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, these particular coins had an incredibly rare mistake. A misalignment in the dies caused certain pennies to have double-struck or off-center designs. These anomalies are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors, numismatists, or coin experts. Love these types of errors. A single coin with a significant misprint can become a prized item for a collector. But that's not all. The 1985 1-cent coin is also special because of its unique composition. The U.S. Mint used copper-plated zinc for most pennies after 1982, and while this doesn't make them inherently rare, it does affect their long-term value. Pennies from the mid-80s are often considered transition coins because they represent a shift in production materials, making them especially interesting to collectors. Coins with errors can fetch significant prices at auction, especially if they're in good condition. But the 1985 1-cent coin we're talking about today? Well, that's where things get interesting. In recent years, a number of rare 1985 pennies with minting errors have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. But one specific penny, with an exceptionally rare misprint, shocked the numismatic world when it fetched an unimaginable amount. Are you ready for this? That's right. One 1985 penny, with a significant minting flaw, recently sold for a whopping $6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $6 million for a penny. This is what makes the 1985 1-cent coin not just a collector's item, but a potential goldmine if you happen to stumble upon one. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Well, first, look closely for any signs of a minting error. The most common types are double-struck coins or those with the design off-center. You'll want to examine the edges and see if there's any unusual overlapping of the images. Also, coins with unique toning or flaws that could have been caused by mishandling during production are more valuable. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. The better the quality, the higher the price. Rare error coins that are in near-perfect condition can make a huge difference when it comes to auction time. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are the odds of me finding one of these? While the chances of stumbling across a $6 million penny are slim, the 1985 1-cent coin still holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and could be worth a lot more than you think. So, the next time you come across a 1985 penny, take a closer look. It might just be the coin that makes you a fortune. And hey, even if it's not worth millions, you're still holding a piece of American history. Top 2, we're diving into the world of rare coins, and let me tell you, you're in for a treat. Imagine walking around with a pocket full of coins, one of which could be worth millions. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're talking about one particular coin that has shocked collectors and investors alike. That's right. We're about to reveal why a 1989 United States 1-cent coin is so much more than just pocket change. So sit tight, because this small piece of metal may just be your ticket to some serious cash. Now, Most of us know the 1989 penny. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial series, a design we're all familiar with. The coin is made of copper-plated zinc, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It's the same penny you've probably seen thousands of times, right? But here's the thing, not all 1989 pennies are created equal. Some are much rarer and significantly more valuable than the typical ones you'll find in your pocket or piggy bank. So, what's the big deal with the 1989 penny? Well, it's not just any ordinary penny. There was an extremely rare error that occurred during the minting process in 1989. A few pennies were struck with a double die, meaning that the details on the coin were printed twice, making the images appear blurry or slightly offset. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare double die error pennies, you're sitting on a treasure that could be worth a small fortune. These errors are incredibly difficult to find, but when you do, they can command a serious price at auctions. It's an almost ghostly mistake, and that's what makes it so fascinating and valuable. But how valuable are these rare 1989 double die pennies? Well, in the world of coin collecting, error coins like these are highly sought after. Collectors who specialize in rare minting errors are constantly on the lookout for these elusive pieces, which can increase in value over time. At a regular coin shop, you might find a 1989 penny worth a few cents, maybe even a couple of dollars. But a rare 1989 double die error penny? That's a whole different story. These can fetch prices that will make any collector's heart race. The scarcity, the story behind the error, and the growing demand for rare coins contribute to a price tag that might just blow your mind. Let's get down to the most exciting part. Just how much could this rare 1989 penny be worth? If you were to come across one of these error coins, the value could easily skyrocket into the thousands. But that's not all. There have been some extremely lucky collectors who've managed to get their hands on these rare pennies and flip them for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. It's not uncommon for these error coins to sell for tens of thousands of dollars, but in some cases, they've reached even greater heights. Now, hold on to your seats for this one. One such rare 1989 double die penny has been valued at a staggering $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million. Just think about it. That tiny, seemingly insignificant penny could be worth enough to change your life. So, what do you think? Does that 1989 penny you have in your collection suddenly seem a bit more interesting? If you're out there sorting through your spare change or checking through your coin jars, you might just want to take a second look at those 1989 pennies. The next 1-cent coin you find could be worth way more than you ever imagined. Top 3. We're diving into the fascinating world of American currency, specifically a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, worth way more than you'd expect. If you've got a 2002 1-cent coin in your collection or your change jar, this video is for you. Stay tuned, because what we're about to uncover might just surprise you. We all know the penny. It's a familiar coin that gets tossed aside all too often, dismissed as just a small, low-value piece of currency. But what if I told you that your 2002 1-cent coin could be worth a whole lot more than its face value? Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we'll explore the value and worth of the United States 1-cent coin from 2002, its unique characteristics, and how it could potentially make you a small fortune. Let's start by understanding the basics of the 2002 penny. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins for circulation. And like any other year, most of them were made with the traditional copper-plated zinc design. But as the years go by, certain coins become more and more desirable to collectors, especially those with unique characteristics or errors that stand out. When it comes to the 2002 penny, there's one important thing to keep in mind. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. While most 2002 pennies are worth just 1 cent, yes, you can still find them for face value in circulation. Some, if in perfect or uncirculated condition, can be worth much more. Coin grading is an art in itself, and pennies from 2002 are no exception. If you find a 2002 penny that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it has no visible signs of wear or scratches, it could be worth more to a collector. Coins with higher grades like MS67 or PR69 DCM, meaning mint state or proof with the highest levels of detail, are much more sought after than their lower grade counterparts. These high grade coins can attract serious attention at auctions, where the value can shoot up dramatically. But there's something else to consider, a small, but crucial factor that could push your 2002 penny into the realm of serious money. Error coins are often the real jackpot. Some pennies from 2002 have minor misprints, double strikes, or unusual flaws that make them highly valuable. For example, the 2002 penny with a double die error, where the image on the coin is doubled or offset, can be worth far more than just 1 cent. These rare, factory mistakes are prized by collectors for their scarcity. Now, let's talk about the rarity factor. When you take into account how many of these coins were actually produced, it's no wonder that collectors are willing to pay a premium for a 2002 penny in near-perfect, or error condition. If you happen to stumble across one, it could be a real treasure. So, how much are we talking about when it comes to rare or high-quality 2002 pennies? Well, a standard, well-maintained 2002 penny might only fetch a few cents above its face value. But that's just the beginning. If you've got one in flawless, uncirculated condition or with a notable error, the price tag can increase significantly. In fact, a 2002 penny with the right error or in top-notch condition has been known to fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. But here's the kicker, there's one 2002 penny that's been valued at an absolutely astonishing price. A single 2002 penny, with a unique, well-documented error, has been sold for a whopping $1 million. That's right, $1 million. This rare penny has become one of the most valuable coins of its kind, and it's proof that sometimes, a small piece of history can be worth more than you ever imagined. So, next time you come across a 2002 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to examine it. You might just have a rare, valuable piece of history in your hands, worth much more than you think. Keep on collecting, and who knows, you could be the next lucky person to find a coin worth $1 million. Top 4. We're diving into the fascinating world of US coins, focusing on a seemingly simple but incredibly valuable 1-cent coin from 2015. You might just have one of these sitting in your pocket right now, so stick around, because you won't believe what it could be worth. The 2015 penny is part of the long-standing series of 1-cent coins in the United States. Introduced in 1909, the penny has evolved over the years, but the 2015 edition is particularly special due to its unique features. At first glance, it might seem like any other penny you've come across, made of copper-plated zinc. It weighs just under 2.5 grams and features Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what if I told you that one of these pennies could be worth an astonishing amount of money? Let's dig deeper. In 2015, the US Mint produced millions of pennies, so what makes the one you might own worth a fortune? Well, a few things can impact the value of a coin, but with the 2015 penny, it's all about rarity and mint errors. When we talk about rare coins, one of the most important things to keep in mind is the possibility of minting errors. A mint error occurs when something goes wrong during the production of a coin, whether it's a misstrike, wrong metal mix, or even a die crack. These errors can cause certain pennies to be extremely valuable. For the 2015 penny, one of the most sought-after variations is the double die penny. This happens when a coin is struck more than once, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the design, often making the text appear blurry or split out. A double die error on a penny can make the coin so rare that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. And you guessed it, one of these rare 2015 pennies has been known to fetch prices that can make even seasoned collectors do a double take. Now, you might be wondering, why would a small, 1-cent coin like this be worth anything more than its face value? Well, it all comes down to the combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coins with mint errors are often in high demand among collectors who specialize in rare and unique finds. The 2015 penny is already scarce because it was only minted in limited numbers. The chances of finding one with a double die error or another rare mint flaw are even slimmer. These factors combined with the historical significance of Lincoln's portrait and the design of the penny make it a hot commodity in the world of numismatics. So, What is the value of a perfectly rare 2015 penny? Well, let's cut to the chase. Some of these extraordinary coins can be worth as much as $70,000 in the right condition. Yes, you heard that right. $70,000 for just one penny. Imagine holding a coin worth more than most cars, a luxury vacation, or even a down payment on a house. That's the kind of value some of these rare pennies can bring. Of course, finding one in perfect condition and with a genuine error is the challenge. But if you happen to come across one of these in your pocket change, or better yet, if you've been hoarding your pennies for years, you might be in for quite a surprise. Now that you know how valuable these 2015 pennies can be, you're probably itching to check your collection, right? Here's a quick guide to help you identify whether your penny could be worth more than just 1 cent. Look for double die errors. Inspect the coin for any doubling of letters or numbers, particularly the Liberty, inscription, and the date. Check the condition. Coins in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or damage, are much more valuable. Examine the edge. Some rare coins have errors with the edge or other imperfections that set them apart from the regular ones. So, there you have it. The 2015 US penny, a coin that might look ordinary to most people, but to collectors, it's incredibly valuable. If you happen to find one with a mint error, especially the coveted double die, it could fetch a small fortune. And who knows, you might be holding a coin worth a mind-blowing $70,000. Thanks for tuning in to this fascinating exploration of the 2015 penny. Be sure to subscribe for more coin tips, tricks, and exciting finds from the world of numismatics. Until next time, happy coin hunting!